How's it going, YouTube? Welcome, United fans, back to another stream. Watching the Milan-Liverpool game. Thought I'd stick that on. So kind of watch that a little bit in the background and add to that if there's anything happening. But yeah, just want to talk through the lineup for tomorrow, really. Obviously, look ahead towards the UEFA Champions League game against Young Boys tomorrow. Bit of a, obviously still, massive game. It's in the Champions League. Still a lot to play for. In regards to sort of getting a little bit of pride back from the loss against Young Boys in the first opening game. So really quite keen on us getting a good result against them. And I think more for an opportunity for Rangnick to swap a few players, rotate a few players round, see a couple of the players that he hasn't yet seen play, probably in some of the games that he's witnessed himself, that he's watched back, and obviously, he's only had sort of a game himself, plus he was at the game against Arsenal the other day in the stadium. But I think other than that, it's a good opportunity for him to see a couple of the peripheral players, give him an opportunity to strike a claim in the team as well. Obviously Dallow's done brilliantly since he's come into the team. Tellers has done brilliantly as well. So, it's a good opportunity really to sort of strike up a bit of a claim with some of the peripheral players. So yeah, good opportunity there. So I just wanted to go through the lineup, talk a bit about the lineup, some of the possible starters that we might see, talk a little bit about them, whether we think they'll play, and obviously talk a little bit about the some of the injuries, some of the players that were in the starting 11 previously. Will we see some of those come back? Will Ronaldo feature? Bruno? Will some players expect to start? And we'll talk through that a little bit, and then at the end probably just have a little bit of an idea on prediction, scoreline, and who we think will get the goals and perform. So yeah, going to jump straight into the formation and the team. So this is currently where we're at in terms of the formation. So we've obviously, like I say, I think a similar sort of formation. I don't think he'll change it up too much really. I think he'll stick with what we've played. I think, as I said the other day, I saw some comments on Twitter about people still a bit upset that McFred was sort of played. I think obviously it worked with Fred a little bit better than it's done previously, but McTominay looked a little bit weak still for me. And other people are a little disappointed that he was still playing that, but it's his first game. He's had 2 training sessions since that game on Sunday, and he was never going to play a makeshift team and just completely rip it to shreds and play something different. I think he wanted to see his system with the team that's been traditionally been played in the last sort of like 6 months at least. So just looking at, like I say, the team, I think he'll stick with the same sort of formation. I really do feel like he'll shake up some of the starting players. And I think the only ones we'll really see are Sancho, Fred and Maguire. And you can argue Matic has had quite a lot of game time as well in the team, in and out. So he's probably a pretty regular starter. And obviously Wan-Bissaka, but Wan-Bissaka's coming back into a team that he's been out of for quite a few games now. So interesting on that one. So I think starting with Henderson, I thought it was quite brave of Rangnick to sort of come out initially straight away and just blatantly just give 2 of his definite starters away, which you don't see that much in the modern game really anymore, where you see managers just blatantly telling you what they're going to play formation wise or who they're going to start. I think usually it's this weird mind games now and this coyness where managers are so afraid of giving anything away prior to the game. And I quite like that confidence in Rangnick, that he said there, we're better than you, and whatever you're going to do isn't going to daunt us or affect us or put us in any sort of fear. And I'll tell you 2 of my players. I'm definitely going to start Van der Beek, and I'm definitely going to start Dean Henderson. So unless it's Jordan Henderson, then that would have been awful, wouldn't it? Definitely going to start Dino, and I'm definitely going to start Van der Beek, which I thought fair play coming out sort of 24 hours before a game and saying there we go, we're gonna play those two players without a doubt. I can't remember last time, a Man United manager has come out and just blatantly told you the formation. Having said that, I think we could have all picked it half a time, and it's been easy pulling these formations and these teams together when Ollie was in charge, because half the time I think we all knew what the formation the team was going to be. So, but yeah, so I think he obviously great for Henderson. Since obviously some comments recently that he's looking to move on in January because he doesn't want to play second fiddle. I totally get it. He was class last season out on loan, and he deserves his first team place in a good Premier League club. I think he's getting most sort of most mid-table teams and below. And I think he deserves to be playing week in, week out and showing a little bit more of what he's worth really in a quality team. So yeah, completely agree that he should be. Obviously it wouldn't be nice to see the fella go. I think he's a nice guy, and he's obviously been sticking around trying to make his place worthy in the team. But I don't think anybody in the league can compete with De Gea this season. I think he's been incredible. Maybe not his distribution; it's obviously a massive weakness of his. But in terms of his shot stopping, it's been out of order. Out of this world, sorry. It's been, but it's been out of order to even question him, and there's been some fans questioning him already, which is just ridiculous because I think he's been incredible this season. So, yeah, tough for Henderson, but I just don't think he's ever going to meet the standards that Henderson's going to ever meet the standards that De Gea's set at the club. Really, it's just incredible and kicked on this season. Every time De Gea seems to get pressure on his shoulders, there's a threat that he might lose his place, he just seems to turn it up a notch. So yeah, but it'd be nice to see Henderson play, and you never know, if he plays as a good game, then we could see a little bit of a sort of goalkeeper battle on his hands, which I suppose for them two will be quite an healthy, and for us as fans, will be quite an healthy little battle, considering they're both quality keepers. So yeah, Henderson starts. I think we're definitely going to see Maguire start the game. He's the captain. Most likely going to start. I think he needs confidence. He's had a few good games now on the bounce. The Arsenal game in particular, he was solid. And obviously there was a couple of goals leaked in, but I don't think anything that was due to his fault. Obviously the first goal was a ridiculous one, more goalkeeper error, and the second one was mainly just switching off. I think all round and switching off in the midfield. And a good finish, and I don't think he could really be blamed for that one either. So for me, I think the majority of the game he was pretty solid. I think he was. I think he was solid the other night as well, on Sunday afternoon as well. I thought he was good, very solid. Won everything aerially, commanded it, got really sort of just put everything away, and played some good passes as well. So we were starting to play passes forward. Was playing some good long balls, looked confident on the ball again, and looked back to kind of levels that he was at before again. So hopefully he just maintains that. And I think with centre halves, with other players in the team, as you can see, we know Rangnick's going to move it around and swap it around and change it, which sometimes can do midfielders and strikers the world of good. But I think for defenders, they need to be playing as much as they can, especially when they're playing well. So can't see Maguire dropping out, as he needs that confidence. I can see Bailly playing though. I think it's a good game for, not a lot of risk, a lot of reward to be gained from this game. Obviously, it'd be nice to win it. Old Trafford, I think we've got a good opportunity to dominate and control the game. Get a few goals, get the confidence going. And you could argue that he probably should have played. Probably should be playing a strong team, but when you get into a busy Christmas period where there's games every few days, it'd be a bit negligent to start playing Ronaldo, to start playing, Bruno, to start playing, I suppose, he's starting 11 really. McTominay and Fred, I suppose, if he's going to play them two, or Rashford, if he's going to, basically try and rest them for the Norwich game, which I think is the most important game now. I think the Champions League, it's literally getting as far as we can get. We're in the last 16. If we get through the last 16 and get to the quarters, I think that's been a good challenge, considering where we were at the start of the season. So I think he desperately needs to just get through the game with as much confidence as he can with these peripheral players. And as I say, it would have been probably a nice thing to take his starting 11 and get a few goals, get some confidence building, and take it from there. But then you could get a knock to Ronaldo and Bruno, and the next minute you go into the Norwich game with a weekend starting 11 where, in my opinion, the Premier League needs to be the key focus. The key focus in now for us as United fans. We need to be, we've turned the tables around now. We've gained some points on Arsenal. We gained some more points on Arsenal yesterday after they lost against Everton, and so we're trying to hunt down West Ham now. Or we 7 points, something like 7 points behind. So yeah, we need to catch them, and we need to put that gap, close that gap a little bit. And I think with the games that we've got coming up, we need to just focus on trying to get results out of those games. And Norwich is another opportunity to get some confidence as well. So yeah, but for me, as I say, I think Bailly will start. I think he deserves to start. I thought he was brilliant against Chelsea. A tough game where the captain was missing through suspension, and he deserved to play the game. So deserved to start against Arsenal off the back of that Chelsea game, but for obvious reasons, Maguire was back because he's the captain, which a lot of people disagree with. But then again, he has played well. And Bailly did nothing wrong. He did excellently. So I think he deserves a game, and I think he'd most definitely play it tomorrow with Maguire. I think he's deserving of a game. So 100%, I think he'll be playing alongside him tomorrow. I think Tellers will play. I don't think Shaw's fit enough. I think Shaw's only just come back to full training. I don't think he's fit enough to jump him straight into a game. He could see it that there is a level of fitness that he does require, and it's a no-risk game. Does he just play him anyway? Maybe it's a maybe with Tellers. Maybe he feels like, look, I'm going to save Tellers for the weekend. If Shaw doesn't play now, is he ever going to play? Because if Tellers keeps carrying on in the way he is Shaw ever going to get a chance to sort of get his way back into the team? But I don't know. I mean, personally, I feel like Shaw isn't fit. Tellers deserves another Champions League game. Maybe he feels like Shaw is fit enough, and he'll give Shaw the minutes to get his fitness back as well, because game fitness is just as important. So, yeah, a bit of an up and down one with Tellers. We could see Shaw. On the right, I think we'll most likely see Wan-Bissaka. I think he's back full fitness, and he's got no suspension, so he's back. So I think we'll see Wan-Bissaka, mainly because I think, again, it's another no-risk game. Dallow's done nothing wrong. I think if there was a good space between the next the next game, he'd be playing Dallow every day of the week. So I really just feel like it's mainly down to the fact that Ibrahimovic trying to get past Liverpool defence there. I really do feel like we will see Wan-Bissaka. But I could be surprised. Like, he could just go with Dello and Tellers again. But I think if Wan-Bissaka's fit, I think he'll want to see what Wan-Bissaka's made of and give him a chance in the game. I think looking at the midfield, we're definitely going to see Matic. I think that was obvious from. Milano 1-0 up. Milano 1-0 up. I think we'll definitely see Matic. I think it was obvious from the press conference him being there. I don't think he would have been there if he wasn't going to start the game. So I think he's definitely destined to play. So expect to see Matic. Will it be Fred? Will it be McTominay? Will there be a Van der Beek drop deep? Dropping deep role. Will Matt playing there? I think we're likely to see Fred. With Matic, I think one or two of them, McTominay or Fred, I think we'll see with Matic. I don't think he'll play it too risky in that back line there and start messing around with it too much. I could be wrong. We could see Van der Beek in a deeper role with, and then he'll end up, and he could put like Ahmad in that hole, but I honestly don't think he will do that. I think he'll play with Fred with Matic. I think he'll try and keep it a little bit more compact. I think the changes are mainly going to come from the front sort of four, really. So I think we'll definitely see. Obviously, he's already said that he's going to play Van der Beek, which is good to hear. I think he'll play him in that Bruno type role in that attacking midfield sort of hole, number 10 role. I think he's likely to play Sancho. I think similar to Maguire. I think Sancho just needs as much game time as he possibly can get. He's a young, fit lad. He just needs confidence, and I think the only way you get confidence as a young footballer is playing games. So I think he'll play Sancho on tomorrow. I really do. So yeah, I think in terms of the left-hand side, this is where it could change around a bit. Are we going to see Ahmad? Are we going to see Alanga? I think he'll go with, if Martial's fit, I think he'll go with Martial. I think there's been some rumours already that he quite likes Martial. He's mentioned him a few times in the press conferences as well. You know, he is now getting to be an experienced player. So are we likely to see Ahmad play, or we like to see Martial play? We saw a lot of talk about Ahmad, and I think we could see Van der Beek drop deep, and we could see Ahmad play in that attacking midfield role, or even play left. I think Ahmad will definitely feature in the game. I don't know if he'll start. I think he's like I say. I think he'll likely go with a Martial if he's fully fit, and again Alanga. I think there could be a couple of switches there where Martial comes off for an Ahmad and Sancho comes off for an Alanga. So we'll see. Hopefully, we do see those players coming in. Will we see Mata feature? Possibly. Will he start? I don't know. I think he's more likely to come on and feature in the game as opposed to starting. So I have to see with that. Definitely don't think we'll see Ronaldo start the game. I think will we see Ronaldo come on? Probably. I think it's unlikely if Martial is... Greenwood... Ronaldo, is playing the game and or coming to the game and subbing and not featuring in a Champions League game. I'd find that really difficult to believe that we would see. So I think Ronaldo's going to definitely feature at some point. Will we see Bruno feature? I'm not entirely convinced on the Bruno one. I don't think we'll see Bruno feature, mainly because I think there's many other players that will feature, and I don't think Bruno. Why risk a Bruno? I know you could say that about Ronaldo, but I think there's a lot more to the Ronaldo one with records he's trying to break and stuff like that. And I think Champions League, he's Mr. Champions League, isn't he? So I think we're more likely to see a Ronaldo than we are a Bruno. Why risk a Bruno if you've got Alanga, you've got Mata, you've got Ahmad as well, who could all come in as well. And if we're bringing Bruno on, what's Rangnick gonna discover out of that? So yeah, interesting one there. Yeah. So Sancho, I think Sancho will get a good amount of minutes in the game. I think whoever plays on that left will as well. Hopefully it's Martial with a view of bringing in Alanga or Ahmad there. As I say, by 100% deserves a start out of the game. Hopefully we do see, by this start the game. I think that he will. Yeah. I know, I've seen it. Yeah, distraction, work again. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty much it really for the game. In terms of predictions, I'm hoping for a solid 2-0 from the game. I really do hope we see two sort of nil and maybe even 3. I am predicting we're going to get 2 or 3 goals in the game. I think if we carry on from where we left off on Sunday, we go with this formation, we get on the ball, we play with a bit of confidence, we get going forward, create more chances, then hopefully we will win it by a couple of goals. But as I say, it's a game that we can't take much from. There's going to be a lot of chopping and changing with personnel. Obviously, it's a game with a lot less pressure other than the fact that we're at Old Trafford. There's still a lot of fans going to watch the game. Still a Champions League game. We still want to top the group with some confidence, and we've still got to beat Young Boys, who we lost to in the first opening game. So a lot of things to sort of put to bed and put to rights. But ultimately, the pressure's off. It's a chance to see some of the younger players, chance to, turn the formation around and the players around a little bit. Will we see Rashford? It's not been a player I've mentioned. Possibly. I don't think he'll start the game. Or at least I don't hope he doesn't start the game. I don't think he's been deserving of a start. And I think there's a lot of other players who deserve a chance to show Rangnick what they're about. So, yeah, we'll see. Other than that, I'm going to leave it early tonight, guys. Got things, phones ringing apparently, so I need to go sort that out. But, if you've caught this, just don't forget to just switch back to the other screen. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Please comment. I'll return a comment if you leave one. If you watch it back, if you like what I'm doing, let us know. But yeah, subscribe please, and catch me in the next one. I'll be doing a watch along tomorrow. I was, as I say, going to go to the game tomorrow, but I got some good seats as well. But I just travelling and stuff. It's Salah scored. Just typical as I'm about to leave the stream. But yeah, anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers, guys.